life on other planets? Do you think there's life on other planets?
Oh, I don't know.
Would you like to think about it for a second?
Oh, not really.
Tell me, do you think there is life on other planets?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am super happy, and the reason why I'm super happy is that, guys, we're currently on 11,000 subscribers, and that's all because of you guys that have been pushing the channel and have been telling everyone about it. So a round of applause to you guys. Shout out to everyone for supporting us, encouraging us. You guys are awesome. When I go through some of the comments, I mean, I can't stop but smile, because you guys actually push us and motivate us to bring more content to you guys. So on today's episode, we are going to be featuring one of the coolest E30s we've ever built. And I know I say this a lot, but this car is so cool that its street cred is like next level, guys. I'm talking about SA's coolest two-door chrome bumper E30 318, known as Oreo30 GP. But if you guys want to see more, stay tuned, guys, because this episode is going to be off the hook. Standing behind me, guys, like I mentioned earlier, is possibly the nicest, cleanest E30 318 two-door chrome bumper in the country. The intention was for us to build the car into something that would obviously make the car stand out.
Do you indeed think that there is life on other planets? Do you think there's life on other planets?
Oh, I don't know.
Would you like to think about it for a second?
Oh, not really.
Tell me, do you think there is life on other planets?
Line go,
When was this?
1953.
You don't think this is a figment?
One of the best parts about what we actually do is the bonds that I get to form with clients and the friends that I actually make throughout this process. A lot of my circle that I hang out with now is purely due to cars that I've built for people, and we've developed a very close friendship. And standing behind me is a car that belongs to a very good friend. You guys will always hear me say a very good friend of mine, but this gentleman and myself formed a bond like no other over this vehicle. Standing behind me, guys, like I mentioned earlier, is possibly the nicest, cleanest E30 318 two-door chrome bumper in the country. But you guys will tell me what you think about this car. So let me take you guys back. Initially, this vehicle used to belong to Victor Padel. You guys know him. He's a very famous MC and TV presenter on Ignition. So Vic sold me the car, and I bought the car with the intention to resell the vehicle, because we obviously buy and sell vehicles as well. One of my good buddies, Tumelo, was in the market for an E30, and this car was super clean, super original, but it was basic, and he thought it best to start off his E30 journey with this simple 318 chrome bumper. Now when you think E30, everyone thinks of 325 plastic bumper and not a lot of chrome bumpers, because for some reason people don't really like chrome bumpers. If you're a die-hard E30 fan like me, E30 is E30, chrome bumper, plastic bumper, MTEC kit. For me, it's an E30, it still represents our lifestyle. However, the chrome bumpers are regarded as the less desirable in South Africa. I don't understand why. Maybe you guys can comment below and tell me, why do you think that chrome bumpers are not as desirable as plastic bumpers? I'm anxious to hear your guys' comments.
The people with me saw it.
You all had the same figment. What did it look like?
Now, like I mentioned, this car started out its life as a plain stock 318 chrome bumper. I sold the car around about COVID time. I think it was just before or just after COVID time. And this car spent its life as a stock E30. The bug bit to mellow, And Tumelo decided to put a set of wheels on the car, and that was it. He drove it around with the set of wheels, but in his heart, he always had the desire to actually build the car to what it could be. However, what put him a bit off was the fact that it was a 318 and it's a chrome bumper. So anyway, so fast forward to 2022, and Tumelo called me up and he was like, Chap, I think I'm ready. And I'm like, dude, are you ready for another E30? Are you ready to upgrade our friendship to me being one of your best friends? He's like, no, Chap, I'm ready for you to build the car with your vision. So guys, you know that's a dangerous thing because Chip can let loose. However, what I love about a lot of my clients is that they give me free rein to build the cars how I want to, and I build it sometimes according to the owner's personality. So what I love about this car is that the car is not loud and out there. However, it's subtle, elegant, but it still causes havoc wherever it goes. And another interesting fact is that wherever this car goes, it pulls a hell of a lot of attention. Purely because people cannot believe that a 318 two-door chrome bumper looks like this. So more about that later. Okay, now when I got the call from Tumelo, like I mentioned earlier, the intention was for us to build the car into something that would obviously make the car stand out. However, he was very fortunate because he brought the car at the time when we were getting ready for Durban's State of Stance show, which is personally one of the best shows I've attended throughout South Africa. I actually regard it as one of the best shows in the country because it was well organized, a lot of entertainment, and it didn't feel like you were attending a South African car show. So big ups to the guys that organized it. State of Stance, definitely recommend you guys going through. So the nice thing is, for me, the proudest moment that I have attending a local show is I normally go with a truck filled with cars. We went to State of Stance with 16 cars on 3 trucks. Guys, that's never been done before. So I'll pop up the video so you guys can actually see the lineup of the cars that we took through. So the car was built for State of Stance, and we managed to finish it just in time, and the car caused havoc at State of Stance. But let me take you guys through some of the work that we did on the car, and you guys can tell me what you think about it. Follow me.
Your imagination.
Several other people with me saw it.
You all had the same pigment.
Now let me take you guys through something that I absolutely love about this car. I mentioned that it's a 318. Now when you think 318, you think slow, you think the motor doesn't look at nice. So that was the challenge for us. So in order for us to get the engine bay to look quite nice, we literally took the motor out, color coded a lot of the parts to the exterior color of the car. And the exterior color of the car is called Chamonix. It's a very common color in the chrome bumper E30s. You'll find a lot of E30 chrome bumpers with that color. However, it's a nice color if you know what to or what colors to play with to make the color stand out. So in the engine bay, we didn't do much besides changing all the clamps, the bolts, putting a few new pipes here and there, painting the tappet cover, the cap, the oil filler cap, the intake, the alternator, and obviously just tidying up the wiring, making it a bit neat. However, this is possibly one of the nicest, neatest engine bays that we have done. And the reason why we did the engine bay is to show the potential and the capabilities of what you can do. It doesn't matter what you have, but how you execute it is more important. So the usual items like the bonnet foam, new gas shock, headlight covers, etc., was put on. And what I left is, I kinda left the original sticker with the original wear and tear on the airbox, purely because it's a reminder of what the engine bay used to look like. I thought of painting it a lot of times, but I actually like it because it's a feature that takes us back in time, and takes us back in time when this vehicle was like a plain 318. So what do you guys think of the engine bay? I think it looks cool. And also, I always mention this whenever I'm doing the features on the cars. if you guys want to give your engine bay some show, change some of the bolts, the clamps, the nuts, here by the shocks. Play with the small stuff, because the small stuff actually make a much bigger difference on the car. So I hope you guys like the engine bay. A question for Tumelo, and this is a conversation we always have. Some of the times he picks up the phones and he's like, Chip, I want to change a motor. And I'm like, dude, please don't change a motor, because you're taking the character away of this car and why this car is so special. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think we should do a motor swap on this car, or should we keep the 318? Just to put you into perspective, Tumelo's got another 325 4-door that we are currently busy building. So in my opinion, this is his show car. I would leave it as is. What do you guys say? Should we change the motor? Should we not change the motor? Comment with your suggestions down below. I'm anxious to hear what you guys are saying.
Label with, they saw it.
You all had the same pigment. What did it look like?
Now every decent car has to have a nice set of shoes on. Okay, now guys, with this being a car with air ride suspension, it obviously needs a nice set of wheels. Personally, the BBS wrap wheels, this particular one, bought obviously from the king of wheels, which is Auto Styling, Shailen Kara. Shout out to you guys, Auto Styling. This is personally one of the best wrap wheels to put on an E30. Now you might be thinking, okay, it's a BBS wheel. Every E30's got a BBS wheel. Yes, I agree with you, but there's small stuff that you can do to actually make the wheel look a bit better. So for example, we color coded the face of the wheel to match the car paint. Then we went a step further, and I love doing this on wheels regardless on whether it's a wrap or not. We high polished the dishes just to give it a bit of a shine. To take it a step further and to tie in with the color scheme of the car, we actually color coded the drums and the calipers to the color of the car. Now Sean Skidmarks actually gave a very nice suggestion. Tumelo should get a second set of wheels, more so a 5-star set, to show the drum and to show the caliper. I think it's a very good idea, so we'll definitely convince Tumelo to get a second set of wheels. So yeah, the type of fitment we're going with is fitment, where you obviously get your fender to sit between your wheel and your tire, 10J rears, 205 40 17-inch tires in the rear, and I'll take you guys to the front to show you how aggressive the stretch is. Now the front is an 8.5J, right? But you'll notice how aggressive your stretch is. So in order to get this aggressive stretch, we went with a 185 35 17-inch. Remember guys, this is a show car, this is a stance car, and if you want your car to have that look, your tires are super crucial in achieving that look. I noticed that a lot of guys have insane wheels on their cars, but they're running thick profiles, each to their own. Some guys like it because they drive fast, but if you're running a stance car, your tire size is very, very important. So we got fitment at the back and we got tuck in the front. I want to show you guys something else as well. So a lot of the times when we bag cars, we tend to not put mud flaps on. The reason why we don't like putting mud flaps on is because the mud flaps bend. However, the owner wanted the mud flaps on, and also the owner wanted to showcase how low the car actually is. So you'll see the mud flap is bending a little bit. Luckily this is an original BMW mud flap, and we have secured it correctly in order to allow the car to air up and down without breaking the mud flap. I want to show you guys another cool trick that was applied on this car. So a lot of the times your beadings and a lot of your black trim around the car is done in satin black or matte black, just to give Oreo a little bit of show and to make the car a little bit different. So all the black on the car, the black trim, which is the beadings, the indicator lights, the mirrors, the door pillar beadings, the door handles, the wiper arms, the front grille, the front spoiler. So every bit of black on this car was done in a gloss black to make it shine. Now this is a talking point, because when you look at this car, because the color is, I won't say a dull color, but it's not a bright color, it's an earthy color. your shine on your gloss black actually makes the car pop a lot more. I like it. I would love to do it on one of my cars. I don't know which car I do it on, but I personally, I think it's something different, it's something fresh, and it's a break from the norm. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? I think it looks proper.
Other people with me saw it.
You all had the same figment. What did it look like?
Now, this obviously being a show car, we needed to tick all the boxes. So to tie in with the interior, which we're gonna go to next, we decided to cover the original toolkit board in the brown suede, the toolkit cover in the brown suede, and then the install was basically done to tie in with your carpets. It was done to tie in with the seats and the theme that we're going with. So we're running a dual compressor setup with a normal wireless system, full Alpine sound system, monoblock 4-channel, two 10-inch subs. But what I love about this install is that we went with a bit of a fancy box. We decided to put the face of the box with perspex, LED lights inside, and your subwoofers facing up. And in order to get the sound through to the car, we ported the backboard so your sound can travel. Because you guys know in a hatchback it's easier to get sound, in a cabriolet it's very difficult. In a sedan car, which is what this is, or known as a coupe, it's always advisable to port your backboard to get your sound through. So I hope you guys like it. It's a very nice, simple but elegant install, and I think it fits the car's personality quite well. I'm not gonna say this loud, but my favorite part of any car is interior, guys. I'm an interior man, I love it. This is one of the nicest, cleanest interiors that we have done. You'll hear me say that a lot, but that's how we came about, or Tumelo came about with the idea of calling the car Oreo. So the interior, complete interior, was retrimmed in a vintage brown leather. What we did is we went with the brown suede, brown carpet. But to give that show effect and that custom car effect, we decided to wrap the dashboard in vintage brown leather as well. We went as far as wrapping the consoles, the cubby, in a mixture of leather and brown suede. Hand stitch, handbrake handle, custom gear boot. The back of the seats are done in suede as well, a custom backboard. We even went as far as doing the handles and the panel pocket in vintage brown leather. And to give it that old school feel, we added an aftermarket wooden steering and an aftermarket wooden gear knob, which I think looks absolutely stunning. And normally the 318 comes with a dashboard or seatbelt sign on the center of the dash. We removed that because when you look at the car, you'll be fooled by thinking it's not a 318, because who would do this to a 318? But something that does give it away is the standard clock that is here, which I also like, and I think it's period correct for the car. So like I mentioned, and like I always mention, your interior is where you spend most of your time in your car. So you always got to make sure that you're comfortable and you're sitting in luxury, because you can spend a lot of money on the exterior of the car, but ultimately you're still sitting most of your time in the interior of the car. So I really like this interior. One thing I would like to change in future, if we can come across, is I'd love to put a set of E30 sports seats, or in South Africa the guys call it the Recaro seats. So if you guys know of anyone selling a set, please get my number and WhatsApp me, because we're always looking for E30 sports seats or Recaro seats. I'll definitely buy them from you. What do you guys think of this interior? Do you think we could have gone with a different color, or do you like this color? Comment with your suggestions below, guys.
Other people with me saw it.
You all had the same figment. What did it look like?
Now you guys know most of the custom E30s that come out of Chicanos always has the celeb headlights. So we fitted a set of celeb headlights on this car to tie in with the whole theme of the car. And the theme of the car is black and cream. If you look at the light looks like an off-white color, which matches the paint of the car. And then the inside matches all the black trim. To tie in with the smoke effect, we put a set of smoked bumper indicators on the car just to give it that dark, menacing look. Grills were painted in a gloss black. Lower spoiler was painted in a gloss black. We are actually going to be fitting a set of chrome bumper fog lights. They are very scarce to come across. Hopefully my trip in UK will allow me to bring back some parts for you guys. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So overall, I love the front end. I think it has a menacing look, and I think it has that like look at me look. You know, when the headlights are on and you're driving or when you park, it kind of has that mysterious look. But yeah, I love it. I think it's one of the coolest, nicest, cleanest E30s we've ever done. And it's been an honor working on this car, like it's an honor working on all the cars that are in the shop. So yeah, I really like this car, and every time I see this car, it kind of reminds me that you don't have to be the strongest, you don't have to be the handsomest, you don't have to be the prettiest. You work with what you got. And this is what this car is. It's a 318 chrome bumper, guys. That is personally one of the nicest ones out there. I'm not saying it because we built it, but I mean, think of a 318 chrome bumper. Think nicely. Is there any 318 chrome bumper that stands out to you besides Oreo? That shows that there is a gap in the market. So those of you that are sitting with 318 chrome bumpers or any chrome bumper, don't look past the car, because the chrome bumpers are beautiful when you do the right things to them. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. I want to say, guys, I'm blown away by the support. 11,000 subscribers. I mean, when we started this channel a few months ago, I didn't expect it to blow up. There's been a lot of hiccups and challenges, us trying to find time to shoot videos and content. But I mean, you know what, this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to produce content for you guys and to share my knowledge and my passion with you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, you guys need to subscribe, because we are going to be giving away a free interior to one lucky person. The details are going to be launched soon. So you guys can follow my Instagram and wait for that competition. It's gonna be lit. I'm very excited for that. And also a massive shout out to the following champions. You guys are always commenting and interacting, and I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. And more so, the next episodes that are dropping on the channel is my actual journey to the UK, from the time I leave right up until I'm at the show, all the lovely cars. So that's something that you guys are going to be looking forward to. So again, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my Instagram, because I'm going to be doing a lot of live videos when I'm at the show. And also, if you guys want to meet a specific person at the show, pop me a WhatsApp or comment down below, or comment on the live video that I will be dropping who you'd like to meet, and I'll get you guys an introduction. I know a lot of the guys are excited to meet E30 Jev, Raj, Pam, a lot of big names at the UK show. So looking forward to that. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. But before I do it again, let me do it again. Tumelo then had the bug, or the bug bit, and decided to put the set of set of coughing. So now every car, how do I phrase this? Okay, let's